So we are ready for number 2, the isometric number 2 drawing. In the first drawing, we drew a box that fully encloses the shape. Now on this one, we're going to start with the front view and see if we can, instead of drawing the whole box, let's see if we can just draw this L shape. So the first thing we do is we need to measure our shape. So the distance from this corner to this corner is 2 inches. That means that this is 8 squares, or 8/4 of an inch. The height is 1 1/4, which means that this is 5 squares. This right here is a 1/2 inch, so that's 2. This is 1 1/2, which is 6. This is 3/4, which is 3 squares, and this last one would have to be 2. Okay. Measuring across here, this is a 1/2 inch, so this is 2. This right here is 3/4 of an inch, so that is 3. And this part right here is a 1/2 inch, so that is 2. And with that, I think we actually have all the information we need. We can also say that the distance from here to here is 8. The distance from here to here is the same as from here to here, so we'll call that 2, 3, 2. From here to here is 2, just like there, and this distance is 6. We can say this is 2, 3, 2. This is 3 tall. This is 2 wide. All right, in total, this is 5 tall. And total width, this is 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 2 is 7 wide altogether. So all of this from here to here would be 7. Okay, so just take a moment and figure those out. So what we're going to do is we're looking just to make this L shape. This corner right here is this point right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by going 8 in this direction, which represents the bottom of our shape. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's our first point. And I'm going to connect the dots. Then we need to go vertical 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I didn't get that perfectly straight, so I'm going to take a moment, erase that, and I'm going to redraw that. Okay. Then I need to come forward 2. Well, forward in this case means in this direction, 2. All right, so there's my point. I'm going to draw a straight line. And then I'm going down 3. Down 3 is in this direction. 3, 1, 2, 3. And all I'm doing is I'm walking around the L shape. I went over, up, over, down. And this doesn't look like it's as straight as I'd like it to be, so I'm going to erase it, draw it again. Okay. And then I need to go forward 6 and down 2. So forward is going to be in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a good way to check that you're counting right is that when you're finished, I go 2 down and I end up at the same place I started. If you are successful in doing that, well, then you're probably going to be correct. Okay, so I have this view done. Now, when I look at this, I see that this is a tower, and this right here, this tower and this thing right here, they're only 2 wide. So this is only 2 wide, and this is only 2 wide. And then for this, there's this gap in here, and also there's a gap between here. and then it starts up again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this right here, which is also right here, and it is a square 2 by 2. So I can go and I can draw this 2 by 2 square right here. Okay, so then we have a gap here. This gap, we have a gap here, and it's 3. So I could count 1, 2, 3, and there's nothing here. You can see right here on the front of it, there's nothing there. So I can count 1, 2, 3 to this point. I can also count 1, 2, 3 to this point, and between there, I won't have anything at this very front of it, okay? But I will have another 2 by 2 square over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw that in here. There's a 2 by 2 square on the front edge of the shape, okay? So I can see these 2 squares, those are represented. Now I do have this piece in the middle. That's back a certain distance. Now it doesn't look like I got a measurement for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure that. This is 4 inches, or I'm sorry, 4 squares. It's 1 inch or 4 squares. So if I count back 1, 2, 3, 4, this point right there is my 4 squares back. And if I go over 1, 2, 3 to that point, that represents the top edge of this channel. And I can draw this in. Just like that. Now there also is a bottom to this channel, which starts here. And that goes back 4 and over, but some of it will be hidden under here. For this type of drawing, we don't do hidden lines. So if I count back 1, 2, 3, 4, that's this point here. And I can draw this just like that. Okay, so there's that. So I can see this channel right here represents this right here. Okay. Now I see this, there's like this big area here. I can see that I've started to form that, but I still need this back line, which would be right about there. And I know that if I go back 6, that will represent that line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is to this point right here. I'm going to go ahead and draw that in here. Okay, so I can see the front of it's really taking shape. So what I have left is this, which is this piece and this piece. They're little towers that are 2 by 2 squares. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw the tops of those towers. So they're 2 by 2, so I'm going to go ahead and draw those in. That one's 2 by 2. And it goes up 3. So I'm going to draw this going down like that. That goes up to there. And there's a corner here. So I need to draw that corner in. Okay. So there's that piece. And then there's the same sort of thing on the opposite side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up 3. So 1, 2, 3 to this point. That is one of the corners of that 2 by 2 square. So really I go forward, or I go this direction 2, I go this direction 2, this direction 2, and there is the top of the other one of these squares. So let's go ahead and draw that in. Okay, so that's the top. but we also have the bottom here that's missing. So we went up 3, so we can bring a line down 3 here and a line down 3 here. So 1, 2, 3 to there, and 1, 2, 3 to there. And we connect those just like this. And then we have a corner here and here, so we want to draw lines representing that corner. Okay, and so when we look at this, it's almost done. It looks like everything's there, but when I look at it, it's missing something. It looks like there's just something missing back here. And when I look at this, I see this line stops here and it goes up, but there's like something missing right there. And what it is it's this line between these two towers it starts here and it would go over to here, but we only see a little chunk of it. It's easy to forget about those little lines, but when you want to make this look just right, that makes it look complete. Okay, so that is the finished number 2 drawing.